Welcome back, and the dust is yet to settle on the chaotic events of Monday. Another round of demos is on today. Azimio coalition led by Raila Odinga expected to lead an anti-government demonstrations across the country. We have our reporters on the ground for us. Clement Masombo is in Nyeri County. In this county, the last two demonstrations, the residents have remained peaceful, but after the invasion of property associated with the Kenyatta family, then we shall be getting to hear from him what the leaders or residents are saying in that regard. From Kakamega County is Alan Ochanda, and this is one of the regions where Raila Odinga, who is the Azimio coalition leader, is one of the bases that he gets a lot of support, and therefore we shall also hear from Alan Ochanda on what demonstrations plans they have, whether they are going to demonstrate or not, and especially what they are saying, even as the international community pile pressure on the two leaders to hold talks. We begin from Nyeri County. Clement Masombo, good morning to you. And on Monday and Thursday, we saw it was business as usual in the county of Nyeri, but today, as these demonstrations enter the third time, all right, what are you reporting from the ground this morning?
Well, good morning to you, Purity. Indeed, the last 2 Mondays here in Nyeri and other parts of central Kenya, we have witnessed calmness and businesses operating as usual. Businesses here were not very much affected by the demonstrations in Nairobi and other parts of the country. We are speaking about about Nyanza region and other parts, of course, where Kenyans stand out in numbers to demonstrate, and of course joining that the clarion call by the Azimio Moja, One Kenya leader Raila Odinga to hold mass action, of course, to pile pressure to government to lower high cost of living and among other demands that they have lined up. And it is a similar situation today in Nyeri County. We are seeing businessmen and women turning up, opening their shops. They have not shied away from opening up their businesses. And remember, this is coming a day just after the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, was here yesterday, and he assured Kenyans that the government has set elaborate measures to protect businesses and property of people from those demonstrators. And he was saying that those who take demonstration as an avenue to loot and distract, of course, and also disrupt operations will be faced by the law. And this morning, I am at one of the bus terminals here in Nyeri, and this is I'm at one of the circles that has its vehicles, highest number of vehicles plying the Nairobi route. I'm talking about the 20K circle, 20K Matatu circle that sees about 200 vehicles on a daily basis going to Nairobi, ferrying passengers. But last Monday, we were speaking to some of the stakeholders from the Matatu sector, and they were telling us that from a circle like this that sees its 200 vehicles going to Nairobi daily, on last Monday, they could hardly make it to 50 vehicles going to Nairobi. That clearly tells you that people were afraid of going to Nairobi, and of course, the Matatu owners were also afraid because they risked, they could not take that risk of taking their vehicles to Nairobi because they didn't know what could actually happen if in case they could engage those holding demonstrations. And I will try to see if I can get some passengers maybe to speak to. Let me get inside these matatus and see. Habari yako dada, unaona unaenda Nairobi na kuna maandamano kule, huogopi kukabiliana na amu, umejipanga vipi?
No comment.
Okay, sawa, no comment. Wewe amesema kwa hana la kusema. Karibia hapa ndugu tuzungumze. Njoo hapa. Karibia hapa. You will speak as well. Kuja hapa ndugu. Tunaona umejitolea kwenda Nairobi, kuna maandamano kule. Umejipangaje kukabiliana na wale waandamanaji? Anza na jina.
Tunaenda kutetea mambo yetu ya Kenya. Na hatuogopi. Tukichagua serikali tunachagua itutetee. Na maisha iteremke chini. Umeelewana? Hapana sasa wananchi. Wananchi ni wale. Si ni kweli? Na watakuja tu watuombe kura. So tunaenda maandamano ya amani. Hatutaki fujo. Lakini mpaka kielewe? Hiyo tu. Hakuna fujo. Na hakuna mwananchi kidogo na mkubwa.
Okay.
Na usipige mtu in peace. Hiyo tu.
Maandamano ya amani umesema.
Askari wakafanya kazi na upole juu hata wao wanaumia. Si kweli?
Lakini tumeshuhudia siku zilizopita, Jumatatu iliyopita na ile nyingine, waandamanaji wamekuwa wakivamia biashara za watu.
Unaona nimelipa 500 yangu. Itaeleweka. Tunataka fanya vile South Africa wanafanya. Ile ya kuja kwa street in peace. Mpaka maneno itembee.
Shukran, safari njema. Oh, it's okay. You can speak in English as well. We are seeing you are one of the people assisting here in 20K Sacco. How is the business today?
I'm a passenger.
You are a passenger?
I want to go to Nairobi.
Awesome. You are just signing your documents here. Okay. Are you not afraid of going to Nairobi?
No, I'm not afraid because I need to go back home. And I would request Honorable Raila Martha Karua and Kalonzo Musyoka, they have to stop these maandamanos. It's not helping Kenya. No matter how much maandamano we have, it's just going to bring a problem to the economy. And we're having a worldwide economic problem. It's not just in Kenya. We have to give President Ruto Gachagua and his team time to sort out the government. It's only about 7 months down the line. Raila would have done no better even if he was president today. He wouldn't have done any better. So they have to stop this maandamanos. It's messing the economy. Investors are not going to invest in Kenya. So it's not making sense. And they have to stop it. I think Raila is doing this for his own selfish gain. It's not for Kenyans. He has no interest in wananchi. And let them stop lying to us. This is for their own interest. And they have to stop. Even if it's going to be stopped by force, let it be stopped by force. Fire by fire.
And before you go, what's your take on invasion of property and destruction of businesses?
Well, for the Kenyatta family, how did they get that land? I feel very sorry about the animals, the destruction on that farm, but I don't feel sorry about them losing their land because they didn't acquire it.
Okay,
legally.
those are just allegations we cannot substantiate. But yes. Thank you, and I wish you a very safe journey as you go to Nairobi. Utakaribia pandogo tuzungumze. Okay, sawa. Of course, the purity. Those are just some of the views from the passengers who are ready to go to Nairobi. Bado unataka kuongeza kitu? Okay. Bado, of course, they are just saying that one saying that he's ready to go and of course, join other Kenyans as they hold demonstrations, but the other one calling on the opposition leader, Raila Odinga, and of course, other leaders from the Azimio Umoja, One Kenya Coalition, to stop these demonstrations. And she has said that it has to stop either by force or willingly. Whatever that means, we leave it to the government, even as the government also on the other side insists that they are ready to protect the property and lives of Kenyans, be it rich or the poor. So we are waiting to see what will exactly happen in Nairobi and other parts of the country. But here in Nyeri, we shall keep monitoring the situation, how everything goes by end of the day. Purity.
It's just about the political interests, sadly.
All right, we shall be having that conversation shortly. My guests are already here in studio. We have Javas Bigambo, who is a governance expert, as well as Ishmael Nyaribo. Nyaribo is an advocate. But for now, we want to cross over to Kakamega County. Alan Ochanda is on standby with the latest. Good morning to you, Alan. The Azimio coalition, led by its leader, Raila Odinga, announced that the demonstrations continue countrywide